Hey there, Cancer. This is a general reading in regards to love for you. I'm starting here with the Queen of the Moon Oracle deck to get the overall energy for you. I'm sorry, for the person connecting with you. What's their energy towards you and towards your connection with them? And we got card number 28, which says peace. That's really, lovely. Peace. How do you elaborate on that? Like, where do you take it? It's very calm, they just feel like everything's okay. Let's take a look at their feelings for you. We're using the Light Series Tarot here. Oh, that flipped like very fast. We have the Six of Cups, which is actually one of my favorite cards to get in a love reading, so way to go. And the Three of Wands. I would say that they, with the Six of Cups, this could be someone from that you've been connecting with for a long time, or someone from your past, because the Six of Cups can indicate that they're thinking about past experiences with you, thinking back on the connection with you and thinking about the moments where they really felt love. Also, though, the Six of Cups is sometimes just feeling really that really strong bond with someone. Like, you just understand them. It's really it's a really sweet kind of love, because there's a lot of friendship in it, and there's a lot of understanding of each other, and just kind of getting each other and feeling very connected. Okay. And the Three of Wands is a hopeful energy, feeling like things are progressing. Things are progressing really well, and they see um, they see movement in the way that they were hoping to see movement, and maybe not exactly what they want, but they feel like things are moving in the direction that they want them to. For sure. I wasn't really asking a question. I was just kind of thinking about the Three of Wands. We get the Nine of Pentacles, and part of what they're thinking is like, might be that they are, that they are, that they have worked on themselves, and that they've worked on part of this journey. Like, this Three of Wands is moving towards something. I feel like this Nine of Pentacles was like a clarifier of that card. And so I feel like what it's saying is that part of what it is that they're working on making themselves the Nine of Pentacles, which would be someone who's very dependable, somebody who's really got everything they need except the person that they want to be with. And it has to do with self, is what I'm trying to say there. It has to do with who I am and what I'm making myself into, and making myself someone who someone else can depend on, somebody that that you can count on, somebody that already has everything put together and is ready to go. So it's almost like they've been working on themselves, and that has helped them move towards you. Okay. Um, the Nine of Pentacles can also mean single. So, like, if that resonates for you, they may have been like working on becoming single. If you're in a situation where they're not already, if that resonates for you, that's not like coming through specifically, but it might, with the Nine of Pentacles coming up there. Let's take a look at how does Cancer feel about this person? I feel like I was saying Cancer in my last video. The Fool. Oh, that's gorgeous. The Fool is Aries energy. You might be dealing with an Aries, but this is really just wanting to dive in. It's faith that wherever you're going to land is exactly where you're supposed to be, and that it will be safe and it will be happy. You want to take the leap, want to dive in. That's really nice. Let's take a look at what are they hoping for next in this connection. What is it that they're hoping for next in the connection? The Empress and the Nine of Swords. Excuse me. The Empress, I mean, that's a new beginning as well. She represents not just a new beginning, but something that you create together, you know? It's it's a new creation. It just feels like kind of like a teamwork kind of situation, working together to build something new, okay? But also the Empress is like, I kind of think of all of us as the emperors of our lives, and I don't know why I do that. Um, I kind of feel like we all should be the emperor of our life, but we should all also be, I guess, the magician. But I don't know. I kind of look at us all as the emperor of our lives. And so the Empress would be our ideal partner, you know, that would represent, she represents, this card represents growth, and it represents birth, and it represents, you know, starting something that you've created, you know, but it also represents like the, the balance to ourselves, our other half, you know, excuse me. And so I feel like that's part of what's coming through in this message. The Nine of Swords is hope. I don't feel like the Nine of Swords is like, gosh, I hope I really stress out in the future, because the Nine of Swords really is a card about stressing and about worrying. Um, with the Nine of Swords coming out in hopes, I would think that they're hoping to relieve themselves, relieve, they want relief from it, you know, they don't want to be stressing anymore. They want to like, they want to know that everything's going to be okay. They want to know that it's all going to work out. They want there to be less stress in the situation, and like less to worry about. Excuse me. Let's take a look at you, Cancer. What are you hoping for? It might actually be, I don't know if you've been under a lot of stress. The Empress sometimes can represent like a mother. I mean, in this card, obviously, she's with child. So that might resonate in some way for you, okay? Um, I don't know how that was making sense in my head, but it seemed important to point out that the Empress is sometimes a mother, and not that they're hoping for a mother, but um, might be hoping for something along those lines, you know, like creating something like that together, possibly with this combination. I don't know why that's come out, but as I was shuffling, that came across my mind. Also, uh, before that, because that kind of like pushed its way in real quick, so it might not resonate for many of you. It might just resonate for a single person watching or something. But before that came pushing in, I was thinking that they might be hoping for less stress for you, because if you are their empress in their mind, um, it might mean that they're hoping that you'll have less stress, that you'll be less stressed in the future. I don't know. That might resonate for you, but what is Cancer hoping for? Sorry. The Sun. Wow. That's a Leo card. Oh, the Empress is Taurus and Libra. So you might be dealing with one of those signs. The Sun is Leo energy, but this is happiness. It's joy. It's truth. And it's just the happiest card of the deck, you know, like real true joy. We also get the Nine of Cups, which is wish fulfillment. You want your wishes to come true. The Ten of Cups, you want to be in a place where you're accepted fully, where your emotions are accepted fully, where you feel safe to express those emotions, and you feel like the person that you're connecting with expresses them fully too. Like there's that open communication of emotions, and you both know that you're safe in this connection, and you're yeah, it's just this feeling of safety, emotionally speaking, you know, like everything's okay. And then we also get the Ace of Swords, which sometimes can represent like a truth, or an understanding. Either you want to understand something or there's some truth that you want to express with the Ace of Swords and your hope. You want there to be honesty, I would say, between you and this person. So you're either hoping that they'll tell you something you think they haven't told you, or you're hoping to tell them something, or, just you want the open communication of truth and emotions, with all of these cards here. Really beautiful hopes. I mean, isn't it what we're all hoping for, Cancer? What's something Cancer can do to kind of help this person out, if there's anything that you would advise them to do to help this person they're connecting with? Seven of Cups is kind of like a card saying, look at the reality of the situation and make a choice. Like, what reality is, okay? Maybe you haven't been really very realistic about the situation, possibly. Because in the Seven of Cups, sometimes we're looking at all the choices and kind of dwelling on them and not making a choice. But like, there's a reality to this situation, and like, know what that is, and like, focus on that reality, and face it and bring it to the attention of this person, probably. And like, when you face it, when you accept the reality of a situation, you can move to change it if you need to, or you can move to push it forward. You have to accept it, and then you can make it what you want. And maybe you're like not sure how to go about making it what you want, in which case, like, stating that, saying, I don't know how to get here, like, this is what I think I want, but like, there's all these ways to possibly make that happen, and I don't know which one is best, and I don't know where to go. Like, communicating that confusion or communicating that frustration may be a part of what you're being called to do here. But the Seven of Cups indicates that there's some aspect of reality that you're like not facing, or that you haven't faced, and you need to like actually face it. Like, stop living up in the clouds and like focus on reality, and if you need to change reality, then you can work on doing that. But first, bring yourself here and see it and acknowledge it, and then work on making it what you want it to be. So let's take a look at yourself. Whew. What can Cancer do for themselves? What advice would you give them? The Wheel of Fortune and the Knight of Pentacles. Excuse me. Both of these have to do with time, to be honest. The Wheel of Fortune says like things are gonna go bad and good, like we're going to experience all things, and like, you may take a dip, you may go through like a tough moment, but it's okay, because the wheel keeps spinning, and you're going to spin back up. Life is full of both the positive and the negative, and some of the positives really require a negative. And I'm saying the words positive and negative, but it's not even sometimes that extreme. Sometimes things are just a little bit challenging or a little bit harder, but it swings back up and around. So like, it's almost saying that if you hit a moment, or if you feel like you're in a moment where things are down, okay, where things are like lower than where you want them to be, it's reassurance that it's going to come back up. It's going to go back around. It's actually not like, there isn't really action to this card. It's more like just reassurance is how it comes across. But also with the Knight of Pentacles, some paths are slow. Some paths are slow. Some progress is slow. And it's important that you're taking the right steps. It's important that you remain focused on what you want and take steps, continue to take steps. Also acknowledge that every little step gets you there. It's not always giant leaps. Sometimes it's just a little step, and then a little, and then a little, so like, I'm sorry, I'm freezing all of a sudden, and so I'm kind of shivering. Sorry, but like, take each step, all of it's a victory. All of it's moving you towards your direction. Just stay focused, and you know, it may take time. That's kind of what it's saying. We're going to get advice for 2 more decks for you here. Can we get advice for Cancer? Also, thank you for watching this video. I really appreciate it, truly. I hope that this resonated for you. I hope that you enjoyed it, or, I mean, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it resonated for you even more. So if it did, I'd love to hear about it. If you wouldn't mind liking the video or posting a comment below. Love was never absent from our lives. It is not bound in our hearts or in our relationships, and thus is not capable of being owned or lost. We have allowed our awareness of love to diminish. That is all. Which is an indication, and I don't know exactly how it resonates with this connection. If this is someone from your past, possibly, it's a reminder, you know, that love was never absent. You know, love doesn't, it's not bound in our hearts or in our relationships, so it can't be owned or lost. Just maybe you've been less aware of it being there, is what it's saying. It's an interesting message, but it's what came out, so I hope it resonates for you. Let's get one more card here. This deck here is called the Wild Wisdom Australia. Can we get a message for Cancer? Also, if you enjoy my readings and would like to see more of them, if you hit subscribe, my readings will show up in your feed more often. So if you're feeling interested in doing that, then please do. But, you know, either way, I appreciate you watching the video. So thank you so much for that. Advice for Cancer? No. Okay. We get the dingo, which says inner journey, and the koala, which says well-being. This deck is newer to me, so I'm less familiar with the cards. I can't tell you right off the bat, so I'm just going to have to briefly look for the descriptive message. Dingo provides invaluable wisdom. If you have been feeling walked over or taken for granted, either within your family or work dynamic, it is time to remind yourself of how special you are. You deserve to be heard and you deserve to be seen. Don't be afraid to remind others of the important role you play by being you. You do not have to prove anything. Just stand in your power. If you've been neglecting loved one, it's time to rebuild that connection. It's saying, be you. It's saying be you. They're not saying to challenge the people around you who are neglecting you. Stand strong in who you are and show them how important you are, is kind of how it says. It feels like it's not telling you to say something, if that makes sense at all. But then we have koala. Koala asks you to slow down, take a break, and enjoy some much-needed downtime. Your well-being is your responsibility, and it's time to rejuvenate. These adorable marsupials enjoy their solitude and seek protection high amongst their leafy homes. They hold tree magic and ask you to sit quietly and feel the energy of the trunks, roots, leaves, and all their inhabitants. If you are an empath, spending regular time alone allows you to process and shake off any thoughts, feelings, and energy that aren't yours. Excuse me. Nurturing yourself is especially important right now. Wrap yourself in something cozy, put your feet up, and feel the warmth of just being. Take a few deep breaths and visualize koalas hanging in the trees, observing the world going by. So there you go. That's what I have for you, Cancer. I hope that resonates. I hope it makes sense for you, but thank you so much for watching. I hope that you have a beautiful day, and I hope I see you back here again in the future. Bye.